Now, a senior Swedish military official has warned the country could find itself at war within a few years. That's according to an internal document which was leaked to the media just ahead of a military conference. The top general mentioned that Russia could be one of the main threats to national security, an idea supported by the country's Defense Committee chairman. We spoke to Jan Oberg from the Transnational Foundation for Peace and Future Research. He says he's not taking the warnings very seriously.
I'm almost running away from this country. No, I think this is a part of, the classical fearology, installing fear with people so they might accept higher military expenditures or future membership of NATO for Sweden, which has had a long period of 20 years of stealth association with NATO. So there is a need for finding, reasons for more militarization.
In 2014, Sweden spent millions searching for a Russian submarine in what turned out to be something of a wild goose chase. Now, the authorities claim to have detected foreign underwater activity close to its shores. And let's show you what they presented as proof for this picture here, showing an object in the far distance. What is that object? Well, we don't know. Oh, gosh, yes, it's the Russian president taking a morning swim. Well, there's a reason for alert. If not Mr. Putin, then perhaps, the Loch Ness Monster. Well, there is enough to perhaps boost up national defense budgets indeed. Of course, none of this turned out to be true. The submarine didn't even exist, but it still became a hot story about the perceived threat posed by Russia.
The West cannot live without enemies. It's part of our self-perception. When the Soviet Union and the Warsaw Pact fell apart, we should have created a better, peaceful Europe, and we would never have had all these problems that we have today, including refugees, terrorism, and all these things. But we arrogantly, triumphalistically denied that we could do things differently, just continued expanding NATO and doing all these things.
Well, Vladimir Putin isn't just a useful bogeyman figure in Sweden. Republican presidential hopefuls in America often bring Mr. Putin into their debates, though one candidate's tongue-tied attempt to criticize the Russian president led to some online amusement.
Putin is a one-horse country, oil and energy.
More news after the break.
I want to talk about double standards.
Double standard that there is in Washington.
Russia is responsible for fueling this war.
Assad's war against his own people helped to fuel the rise of ISIL.
By standing up for our values around the world, that is the way that we will keep our own people safe.
How do you get away with such blatant double standards?
We occasionally have to twist the arms of countries that wouldn't do what we need them to do.
There you have it. Simple.